This is a production of Cornell University.
Hello, my name is Kensy Rodriguez. I am a Ph.D. student at Cornell, and I am with
Steve Reiners, a professor of horticulture and the statewide vegetable specialist at Cornell.
And today we'll talk about a practice that is usually done in cucurbits, but we don't know if it is the right practices. So Steve, whenever we have a disease like downy mildew, people think of pruning their plants. Do you think this is a good practice, and how is it done?
Sure. There's been a lot of chatter about this in gardening websites recently about going out and pruning your squash or your zucchini. So we've got some plants here. Now these are actually in really good shape, but the idea of pruning would be that you want to just leave the sort of newer growth that's coming out. You can see that right in here. So you don't want to touch that, but it would be basically going down and getting these older leaves. We're doing down here and getting those out of there. Now again, these are in pretty good shape. But normally these would have a lot of mildew on it. You could get those, you could throw them right into the compost pile and get rid of it. And you could do even a little bit more here. You could cut this. Sometimes people are concerned that when you cut a leaf like that, it leaves this big hole that you can see right in there, and that insects could get in there. And the reality is, I don't think there's going to be any insects that would cause a problem. Some insects might get in there, could open it up for disease, maybe, but for the most part, what's going to happen is by taking these leaves off, it's going to push all of this new growth. So again, this is just a kind of a way to rejuvenate the plant so that you can get more zucchini if you really want more zucchini later in the year. Think about it too, you've got this big root system that's developed, so when you cut these leaves off, you've got a lot of energy coming up from the roots to push out these new leaves, and you can get a nice harvest then in the fall.
Is that a practice that you would recommend as a professor, or?
I don't think so. I'm just really wanted to talk about it because people seem to be recommending it more. Mm-hmm. It's never done commercially, so a farmer would never want to do that. And I'd also recommend wear gloves and long sleeves because these leaves can be a little irritating on your arms and your hands too.
Okay, so we just learned about pruning and how is it done and the way that we can get more harvest if we need it. Thank you.
This has been a production of Cornell University, on the web at cornell.edu.